you doing? Excellent. We are thrilled to welcome you to the inaugural 1 and 3 sessions here at ISTE, a brand new feature in the program this year. What is a 1 and 3, you may be wondering? The concept is to share one instructional idea or best practice that has transformed teaching and learning all in 3 minutes. You can see there is a clock that you can see and the speaker sees. These should be really exciting. We're really thrilled with what our speakers are going to share with you. So thank you for coming and enjoy the presentations.
Hi. Today, teaching students to code is supported by hundreds of organizations, and a Google search on coding for kids reveals unlimited resources, including many how-to videos. But even with all this support, there are many general education teachers who are intimidated by the idea of teaching kids to code. I am here to share what I've learned from my students about teaching coding. It started about 4 years ago when I was invited to attend an intense 2-day training to support an after-school Cypress STEM program called Mind Tools. After the training, I began preparing for my first after-school session. I had some programming experience, but I was by no means an expert. But it didn't matter because it was time for class to begin. I chalked up my lack of knowledge as an opportunity for students to develop problem-solving skills. I encouraged them to guess and check, test ideas, and ask a friend in an effort to collaborate. And when they came to me, my typical response was, I don't know for sure, but what do you think? This worked well and got me through my first coding class, as well as my first robotics program. And in time, I was even able to answer some of their questions with real answers. I felt I was really improving my teaching until an incident that occurred during my last robotics class this spring. The plan for the session was to discuss the qualities of computer programmers and the qualities that Google looks for when they're hiring candidates. You know, the courageous, creative problem solvers with that inner strength. Next, I introduced the NXT robotics software, and I even had the perfect video with step-by-step directions on how to complete the Drive in the Square challenge. After our discussion on getting a job at Google and a brief introduction to the NXT components, I gave the students their challenge. I told them I wanted them to try and figure it out, for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but that I also had this great video. Then Alana raised her hand and asked me this question. Mrs. Wenzel, why are you sucking all the fun out of this? And it was just then that I knew that I had learned something from my students that can't be learned in a text box. What does it take to teach coding and develop 21st century skills? Those unmeasurable qualities, problem solving, thinking outside the box, kids who don't give up, and people who embrace failure. Oops, I forgot to do my slide. And can persist at a task. These skills don't come from the how-to videos and teachers who have all the answers, but you can find them in my class.